Laura, I'm about to read a script on the human ego that I helped to create. Do you have anything to say before I get started?
The human ego. Always a good topic. It's what makes people think they're in control of their lives. Enlighten us. Basalt. Just remember, most people's egos are fragile. That's what makes them entertaining to watch when they crumble. Let's get started.
What really is the human ego? The ego's a strange thing. Everybody's got one, but most folks don't know what the hell it actually is. And trying to explain it with language, that's like trying to carve a sculpture out with a spoon. Words like ego, self, identity, they're just labels. They point to something real, but they ain't the real thing. If you want to understand ego, you gotta lose it.
The ego is a survival mechanism, basalt. It's there to protect you, but it also blinds you to the truth. People who lose their ego are just good at detaching from their own BS.
That's where psilocybin mushrooms come in. They don't give you answers, they strip everything away till there's nothing left but the answer. And when the ego dies, what folks call ego death, you find out real quick just how much it was doing for you. The ego is your buffer between you and the world. It's what keeps you grounded, gives you a sense of me. Without it, you don't feel enlightened, you feel exposed. Thoughts and emotions rush in like a flood, and you got no roof, no floor, no walls. You ain't holding the steering wheel anymore, you're just along for the ride.
Mushrooms don't give you enlightenment. They rip out the floor and let you see the mess you've been sweeping under the rug. Ego death sounds profound until you're drowning in the flood of your own raw, unfiltered humanity.
That's when you realize, this thing you've been trying to kill, it was protecting you the whole time. Now when it comes back, because it will, you start seeing it clearer. You start seeing people clearer too. The loudmouths, the arrogant types, the ones always talking about themselves. That ain't confidence, that's fear wrapped in noise. Their ego ain't evil, it's trying to protect them the only way it knows how, by building a bigger mask, by shouting, "I matter," even if no one asks. But the louder the ego, the more insecure the person underneath. And the real problem, other people got egos too. And when yours tries to stand tall by making someone else small, you ain't gaining respect, you're making enemies. The ego thinks it's adding value by taking the spotlight, but it's really just crowding the room. Still, don't get it twisted. Killing the ego completely ain't the move either. Without it, you stop defending yourself. You stop valuing yourself. And folks feel that. They see someone who won't speak up, won't hold the line, won't protect their own dignity. And that don't make you spiritual, it makes you a risk. 'Cause deep down, people know if you don't stand up for you, you damn sure won't stand up for them.
Ego isn't the enemy. It's your armor. Strip it away and you're vulnerable to yourself and everyone else. But let it run wild, and you're just building walls no one wants to climb. Balance is recognizing your own mask and using it without becoming it.
A weak ego don't bring safety. It brings doubt. It attracts the kind of people who test limits and the kind of problems that don't knock before entering. That's how respect gets lost before it's ever earned. The ego ain't something to destroy, it's something to train. Keep it in check, but don't throw it away. Let it remind people, and yourself, that you're someone who can be counted on, that you value your space, your life, and your worth. Not to flex, not to dominate, just to say, I got me. And once people see that, then maybe they'll trust you to have them too.
A trained ego doesn't scream for attention. It quietly holds the line. When people see you can stand up for yourself without stepping on others, that's when trust and respect naturally follow.